Hi guys.
Alright, sir, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt about your phone. I'm going to give you a warning for the phone. Maybe that.
You remember this traffic stop with Mr. Deputy Castaneda? We're going to analyze today the traffic stop, and we're going to analyze the process. I went to court last month after a year and a half waiting for this ticket to be resolved. Statute of limitations is 2 years, so if they would have waited a little more, they couldn't bring me to court. They will have to dismiss it, but they did it, within the 2 years. So they brought me back to court, and I'll show you what happened here. There are several mistakes they made on this. I'm gonna go to the ticket right here. Here's the ticket made out to me. January 14, 2020, before COVID started. First mistake, license plate is wrong, make of vehicle is wrong, model, VIN, and year. I don't own a Dodge Dakota. Was driving a 2018 Ford F-150 Silver. He totally misrepresented the vehicle I was driving. This is grounds for the ticket to be dismissed. That's mistake number one. He gave me a warning for texting while driving. He shouldn't, because he saw something on my hand, assumed it was a phone, and he just gave me this warning. I wish he had given me the citation, because I could have contested it, and this warning wouldn't be on my record. And then I have the citation: failure or fail to maintain a single lane, which we're gonna analyze here. This is the transportation code. It's 545.060, driving on roadway lane for traffic. And what it says right here: an operator on a roadway divided into 2 or more clearly marked lanes for traffic shall drive as nearly as practical entirely within a single lane, and may not move from the lane unless that movement can be made safely. So to violate this law, I have to make a move outside my lane and probably hit somebody, cause an accident, something. So just getting off your lane for a little while and coming back into your lane is not a violation of the code. So that's mistake number 2. The code was applied incorrectly. Getting off your lane safely for a brief moment to avoid a hazard or avoid a collision with somebody, avoid a pothole, or any kind of danger on the roadway. You can leave your lane and come back as long as you do it safely. That's what he says. So he gave me citation for failure to maintain my lane, which is bogus, because even if I did leave my lane, I did it safely. I didn't collide with anybody. Well, that's mistake number 2 right there. Let's analyze this. Mistake number 3. This is when I submitted a motion to dismiss and a request for discovery and Brady. Those 2 motions were submitted, and I called the court asking them, hey, what happened to my motions? You guys received them? They told me over the phone the motions were denied. I asked them for something in writing. So the motions were denied, and this is what the clerk sent me. Both motions denied. Initials and the date. This is mistake number 3. Why? Because it's a violation of due process to deny you discovery. They have to have a hearing to deny discovery, but they can't deny discovery. They have to give you discovery. Whatever evidence they have against you, they have to give you that. They just denied it. And they denied the motion to dismiss that I submitted. I don't have a copy here, but they just denied it without a hearing, without letting me know why it was denied. So that's mistake number 3. Then this is the envelope where they sent the denial of my motions right there. Mistake number 4. This is the sworn complaint. This is where the clerk of the court is swearing. The court pretty much is telling, this is a charge on this person, and they enter driving on multiple lane roadway, which is a different traffic code. So on my ticket, they put fail to maintain your lane, and now here they put driving on multiple lane roadway. Let's go and take a look at the code. Driving on multiple lane roadway. It's a different code. 545 261. This is what it says. On a roadway divided into 3 or more lanes, I'm providing for one-way movement of traffic, an operator entering the lane of traffic from a lane to the right shall yield the right-of-way to a vehicle entering the same lane of traffic from a lane to the left. So you have to yield to the person on the left, meaning you fail pretty much to yield, and you just went in front of the other person. I'm assuming to do this, if you fail to yield the right of way, maybe you have to hit the other car, because if the two cars can merge, or was no collision, so you wouldn't be violating this traffic code. And don't quote me on that, probably a lawyer can explain this better than I can, but the way I'm reading it is you fail to yield the right of way to the person on your left on a roadway divided into 3 or more lanes. This is very important, because when they gave me the ticket, I was driving on Highway 281 north of San Antonio, going southbound by Marshall Road, and it's just a 2-lane highway right there. There's a lot of construction, but it's just a 2-lane highway. So they charged me with this. I can only violate this code if I'm driving on a 3 or more lanes, and you're gonna hear the audio from the prosecutor where he addresses this specific issue. So you're gonna see it. So this is mistake number 4 on this process on the court. This is the precinct 3, Justice of the Peace in San Antonio. This is the judge. I never saw the judge. They dismissed the ticket before I could go to the judge. So now you're gonna see they made a mistake on the affidavit, and the prosecutor is gonna try to say that they can make another affidavit if they made a mistake. But here, we have a website. How do I fix an error on an affidavit? Okay, here we have website. Click along. It says, how do I fix an error in an affidavit or add to an affidavit? Well, it says very clearly right here. Once you've sworn, your affidavit is done, with one exception for typos. The only way you can fix a mistake in that affidavit or add additional information is to make a new affidavit, which you're gonna hear prosecutor say that even if they made a mistake on the affidavit because they charged me with the wrong transportation code, they can make a new one. Yes, they can make a new one, but then we are going to have two sworn affidavits contradicting themselves, which is, um, dismissal, because we have contradicting information. You cannot be swearing to one thing and then swearing to a different thing and pretend that it's the same thing. So um, the deputy charged me with one thing, the court charged me with a different thing. They made a mistake, so it's grounds for dismissal right there, and probably that's what happened. You're gonna hear the prosecutor talk about this. Um, so this is mistake number 4, charging me with the wrong transportation code. Let's see. Then we have audio. You're gonna hear the prosecutor here talk about my ticket.
So
What you guys supposed
tight, and they'll let you know when you can move. Driving on multiple lane roadway.
Yeah, what is that?
I think it's basically means driving the lanes. So driving on 2 lanes when you aren't changing the lane.
And do you have a penal code for that?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But it's like I would say like
Right here, I'm asking him for the penal code on the charge. He's just like, oh man, this guy is going to be difficult.
after speeding and like working and speeding in a construction zone, it's pretty common. If we're driving on multiple lane roadway.
Yeah, let's see what the penal code says.
Do you have a commercial driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so.
And this is the reason I keep fighting these tickets, because I have a commercial driver's license, and any kind of tickets on your record, the insurance will go through the roof, and I may lose a job because of that, because the insurance is going to be so expensive that the company is not going to be willing to hire me. So anybody with a CDL, they have to fight the tickets or you lose your job.
That explains that.
Yes.
Yes. Did you get this offer, just out of curiosity? This offer for deferred? Did this get to you?
No, they didn't give it to me. He's talking about the deferred adjudication, where you pay the fine, and then if you don't get a ticket within the next 3 months, they will dismiss the ticket, but you still have to pay the fine. CDL drivers are not allowed this deferred adjudication. The law prohibits the court to offer this to the driver, so the only thing is to fight the ticket.
I was just curious because sometimes it slips through the cracks, and we offer CDL holders the offer.
Yeah, I don't think you guys can do that. I don't know.
No, we can't. But
yeah.
I mean, if you were to take advantage and say yes.
Yeah, no, I never got that.
Okay, so.
And also I submitted a couple of motions, but I got a letter back from you guys saying it was denied.
Well, the clerks handle any motions.
Well, they just put both motions, denied, signature.
It looks like the judge denied the motions, yeah.
Well, it wasn't a hearing for the motions. And one of the motions was discovery. Cannot deny discovery.
Oh, well, yeah, well, so we generally, the only evidence I have is the citation, which you have already,
And even on this particular matter, the citation is not evidence. The only evidence they have is the testimony of the deputy. So even the ticket is not evidence. And he's trying to. He wasn't even prepared. He didn't read my file. He just was wanting me to fold, pay the ticket, or do something with me, or send me to a jury trial. He wanted to, collect his money, or send me to jury trial where he's hoping I will lose and they will collect their money.
the only witness I'm gonna bring is the officer.
Yeah, but I submitted a motion for discovery asking for, more stuff.
I mean, we can't give you what we don't have. Like, that's literally all I have.
If you read the motion for discovery and Brady, it's asking for,
Yeah.
records for the officer, any kind of complaints the officer has had in the past to assess his character. So I guess, we should have at least, you guys at least try to produce what's on the Brady before denying it. Just
If that's something you want to talk to the judge about, because he's the one who denied it, that's going to be up to him.
Well, I mean, you're the prosecutor. You should. I mean, once you get a Brady request.
I didn't even know that there was a motion.
There you go. He never read my file. He didn't even know he has some motions. So they don't care. They just want your money. They want to process you. You have to pay and move along. Once you make them work, they start to have trouble because they do have to work. They do have to produce what's requested from them. They don't like to do that. For the $200 they were going to collect from me, it's not worth it. It's too much work for them if you start to fight them with paperwork. So they don't like it. They're gonna try to scare you. They're gonna try to push you. But at the end, if you keep pressing them and you learn exactly what questions to ask, you will win.
So I can see this car right now.
Yeah.
So normally, because JP is a little different, because the clerks handle everything.
It shouldn't be like that.
They wouldn't be able to handle it.
Here you go. We hit the nail in the head. The clerks are the ones handling the tickets. Prosecution is just there as a mere, procedure. Just trying to show you that they're doing their job, but they're not. And if everybody starts to fight the tickets, they won't be able to handle it.
Well, but the thing is providing, what you guys supposed to provide, which is.
So you're gonna have to talk to the judge about the motions being denied because.
That's a violation of due process. You cannot deny discovery.
So no matter how this goes today, no matter you get a guilty or not guilty, well, I mean, if you get a not guilty, if you get a guilty, you can always appeal this case.
Yeah. But I mean, the first thing I would like to see what's what the penal code says about multiple lanes, to see where we are on that, because failing to maintain your lane, or I don't know what's the name of the code.
On Here he's gonna have to look on his phone because supposedly his computer, he cannot look it up on the computer, so he has to look it up on the phone, and he's gonna look for driving on multiple lanes.
Let's go to maintenance. I don't have I can't log into this computer. So.
Because you having on this sworn complaints, they should have Texas Penal Code.
Well, it's also the traffic code, but.
Well, yeah, I mean the traffic code. I mean it just says driving on multiple lane of roadway, but it doesn't quote any transportation code or penal code. And I'll let you look for it.
Yes, section 545.061. Driving on multiple lane roadway. On a roadway divided into 3 or more lanes and providing for one-way movement of traffic, an operator entering a lane of traffic from a lane to the right shall yield to the right of way to a vehicle entering the same lane of traffic from the lane to the left.
Can I borrow the doctor?
No problem.
Here, another, while I was talking to him, another prosecutor came in asking a bunch of questions about another case in front of me, which I think is not professional. You know, he's handling my case. I'm talking to him, and he's talking to somebody else, and I get to hear what's going on with the other person case, which is not professional at all.
So, let's see.
Um,
545.061.
do we know if he's here or not?
Nemic?
For him?
Nemic, I don't think is here.
No? Okay.
I don't think so. You check with the clerks. Because he may have come in the last hour we've been doing stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's not here.
Okay, so on a roadway divided into 3 or more lanes and providing for a one-way movement of traffic, an operator entering a lane of traffic from a lane to the right shall yield the right-of-way to a vehicle entering the same lane of traffic from a lane to the left. So it looks like you were merging into a lane and you didn't yield to the person coming in from the left.
No, that's not what happened.
I mean, that's what you're charged with. So what happened? Do you remember what happened that day?
Yeah, I was driving on. It was 2 lanes. I was driving on the.
It was only 2 lanes?
It was 2 lanes on 281.
He realizes that I was charged with the wrong violation. That's why he says it was only 2 lanes. Yep, he's gonna start to trying to get out of this hole. This was a good jab to the chin, so he's wobbling right now.
And was driving on the right lane. I saw the officer to my left. Then it was bumper to bumper. We were going. The next thing I know is he's behind me with the lights, and it was bumper to bumper. I don't know how he merged behind me, and he stopped me saying that I was texting and driving and failing to maintain my lane. That's what he said. And he gave me a warning for the texting and driving because I told him, I think I had a battery or something in my hand. And
so yeah, no, it says failure to maintain a single lane on a violation. So this is incorrect.
Yeah.
So that our citation is incorrect. Hold on a second.
Here you go. That was another realization that he doesn't have um, bulletproof case in his hands. This is a second jab to the chin. He's gonna start to wobble more. Um,
Yeah, so on the ticket,
Yeah, ticket says one thing, and
and our charge says, well, let me look at the charging instrument.
yeah, charge that says something else.
Yeah, because failure to maintain a single lane is completely different.
Yeah.
So when they charge you with driving on multiple lane roadway, that's the incorrect charge. And you pled not guilty to driving on a multiple lane roadway, which is technically true because you were charged with failure to maintain a single lane. This might be lethal to the case. Hold on, let me talk to the clerks.
Yeah.
yep, this may be lethal to the case. Big mistake, since the clerks are handling everything. They just, as I said, they don't care. They want your money. There's the accusation. Most people don't know how to defend themselves in front of a prosecutor. A lawyer charges too much money, and most likely a lawyer is going to try to get you a plea deal. He's not going to go to court trying to defend you because that's too expensive. So they're going to charge you $400 to get you a plea deal, which is you can do that on your own. And they get $400 easy money.
How did it go with?
Well, yeah, I want to ask you a question. Okay, so she said that her car will beep when she's speeding because it's.
Here they're talking again about another case in front of me. Not professional at all. I'm gonna try to skip this.
The Tiff Street is like a brand car. The officer said that it probably was.
You can offer drivers. You don't absolutely required. It's an option we can do.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty like I'm not because her car wasn't beeping. So.
Okay.
Like I would have just given her deferred since she was 24. I guess is the.
Well, yeah. See if she's just not gonna take a plea at all.
I don't know. I'll ask her. But
You can try convincing her to take a plea, but like just let her know that the officer saying, well, the officer said there was a construction zone.
Mm-hmm.
And why didn't you charge her with speeding in the construction zone?
You see, officer says ticket to this lady was given because she was driving on a construction zone, but the officer forgot to put that on the ticket. So speed limit is different. Or anyways, let's continue with my ticket.
And find that out too. Like, so just keep digging, see what comes up, and just come to the best decision you can.
Okay. But I don't have to offer her the drivers.
I mean, you can't. In fact, she's 24. I would because it's cheaper than doing a ticket. So I would just point that out to her.
Okay.
Maybe you want to convince her. So, Mr. Estrella, just sit here, sit tight, and I'll talk to the clerks.
Yes.
He's gonna go and talk to the clerks and see what happens.
Okay. Good news. I was talking to the clerks, and apparently, like driving on a multiple lane roadway is the same thing as the failure to maintain a single lane in their system.
Okay.
So, where did your stop occur?
Over there on 281 and Marshall Road, just before Marshall coming south.
So, and how many lanes were in the roadway that you're on?
There were 2 lanes.
Is it only 2 lanes?
Yeah, 2 lanes. Yeah, because there's construction. It was only 2 lanes at the time. There's construction there.
So, because like I already read it to you, but
Yeah.
the code for driving on a multiple lane roadway is that there has to be 3 or more lanes.
Yeah, it's just
So
two lanes
I'll
over there.
talk with the officer, double check with him. If he says there's 2 lanes,
Yeah,
then that,
and
then
the
charge does
other,
not apply,
okay,
and we
that's,
can dismiss it.
yeah,
So-
that's one. And if he's just driving, because it cannot be the same driving on multiple lane roadway and what he put over here.
Well, yeah, failure to maintain a single lane. Like,
Exactly,
so I don't-
it cannot be the same.
Like, I don't know, it's because apparently the code is the same in their system.
Yeah, but
So I don't know what is going on with the first system, but I'll talk to the officer and.
let me see if it's a code for failing to maintain your lane.
It's the code for when they input the charge.
But we're talking about the penal code. That's,
Oh no, I'm not talking about the penal. I'm talking about the code they use when they're in their computer system.
Yes, but
So when they input the charge, apparently when they try it, this is the only thing that comes up for that. So
if the computer is wrong, it's wrong.
oh yeah, no, 'cause-
Alright. Failure to maintain your lane.
so let me see if I can find. Let's see, your name is Estrada and your officer is.
Single lane in Texas. Let's see, we have a penal code. It's 545060 states that operator in a roadway divided into 2 or more clearly marked lanes for traffic shall drive as nearly as practical entirely within a single lane. May not move from the lane unless the movement can be made safely.
Yeah, so it's 60 and then 61. Okay.
Yeah, so I was charged with 60, and the system put 61, so we have a
Yeah, no,
discrepancy right there.
I'm looking to, because honestly, I hate charging CDL.
Yeah, no, I mean it can cost us our job. That's for
A
sure.
lot of money. That's why
I mean, it's just
I like looking for ways to avoid
Yeah.
it.
so right now we have a discrepancy. We have 2 different
Well, yeah, I mean just.
penal codes, and we have a strong complaint for one thing, and the officer put something else. So I think it should be dismissed.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna check with the officer about the 2 lanes thing. If that works out too, that's another nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
So-
but besides that, we have 2 different things.
So can you wait just on the bench just
Yeah,
outside
sure.
while I call the officer and talk to him?
Yep. You're right here on this bench?
Just the bench, yeah, right there.
All right, here's where they have a talk with the deputy about the ticket. We'll see what's next.
And we can see if we can get this out.
So what are we gonna?
Okay, good. I think this is our last one. So, thank you for helping out. This is actually a lot easier with 2 people.
Oh, I'm sure. It's gonna take a lot for one person.
Yeah, it can get pretty hectic when it's just one person. I think this guy was a no-show. He was,
Okay.
so yeah, just double check to see if there's anybody still waiting, any defendants still waiting.
Okay.
And if they're not, I believe they're the last guy, and we can see if we can get this out.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, both of you guys are agreeing about, there's 2 lanes, and that there was pretty heavy traffic. He says, so yeah, and he agreed, yeah, the story is the same, like, he thought he saw you possibly on a phone, and it was a charger or something, so he didn't charge that one, and then it was
He
just,
shouldn't give me a warning either for texting and driving.
Well-
if he agrees that I wasn't texting and driving.
like, it's a possibility, he understood that it was a possibility, and he wasn't sure, so. You can't prove it. So I'm going to, because I don't know what's going on with this charge system thing.
Well, the thing is that you already have a sworn complaint with a different charge that is on my ticket.
Yes.
So you already have a discrepancy right there.
That is true. Yeah,
So,
I'm
I mean-
I'm leaning towards dismissing the case. I'm going to
Yeah.
talk to
I mean, it's you know, black and white.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the clerks one last time, see if we can fix this, and if they can't, I'm probably going to dismiss your
Well, I
case.
mean, the sworn complaint is already there.
Yes.
I have a copy. They already sworn to that. I mean, they cannot change something that they already sworn to it.
Well, we can draft new ones, but
Yeah, but
Here you go. We can draft a new one. No, sir. You're gonna have a sworn complaint, and then you're gonna have a new one contradicting the first one. So you guys don't fall for that. Saying that they can draw a new and amend their sworn complaint. They're gonna have to make a new one, but the old one still stands. So he's gonna try to wiggle out of that statement and pretend like they can just make sworn complaints like there's nothing to it. If you caught lying under oath, you will go to jail. Um, Here, apparently, the clerks or the court they can produce sworn affidavits that are wrong, and they can make a new one contradicting the first one, and nothing happened to them.
but I have one. I mean, they already swore to this.
I'll talk to the clerks. Just.
I mean, if you raise your hand and swear to something and put it in writing,
Yes.
you're telling that is the truth.
Yes.
If that's not the truth, then they're violating the law.
Well, there's a difference between purposely lying and making a mistake. So we'll see.
That's a very fine line right there. I mean,
Well, I'll talk to the clerks. More than likely, you're correct, and your case is this is lethal to the case.
yes.
I'm going to see if I can get it sorted out. If I can't, I'll dismiss the case. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, is lethal to the case. He doesn't want to give it up yet, but he knows, and he knows that I know, and I know he knows I know. So he's gonna come back and tell me that the case is going to be dismissed. But he put in front a bunch of pitfalls that if I don't put attention, I will go along with their narrative, and probably if you don't know what you're talking about, they will make you either plead guilty or send you in front of a jury, and you have to understand exactly what they're doing. It's not difficult. You just have to understand a little bit how the process works, and you can it's very important that everybody fight their tickets, because if everybody requests a jury trial, they don't have the manpower to handle the tickets, so the whole system will collapse. So they are betting into people just going along with paying the tickets. That's what they're betting for.
All right. So I spoke to the judge, and your case is being dismissed.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
So just wait on with near the benches, and the clerks will give you or let you know
Dismissal.
when everything is in the process. And you can leave.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
No problem. Have a nice day with you.
You too.
All right, after hour and a half of talking to these people, um, back and forth, finally I won. Got a dismissal. That's what I was looking for. It shouldn't be like that. They make you waste time, lose a day of work, which is more expensive than paying the ticket, but it's just a matter of principle. If you didn't do what the cop said that you were doing, you should go and fight it, even if it's gonna cost you money and time on the long run. I'm gonna show you here the dismissal. It is here, the beginning. Here's the dismissal. Judge Jeff Wentworth, Justice of the Peace. Please be advised that the vote reference case now has a closed status in this court. This case has been dismissed by the following, and it says order dismissed by prosecutor. Um, so you can win. It's not difficult. You can win. They just want your money. Something else I was going to, I forgot to tell you, on the sworn complaint. Where is it? Sworn complaint. Where is the last one? It says right here. Um, Note: court clerk sworn statement complaint should not be used if the citation was not personally given to and signed by the defendant. Um, if you go back and see the original the original ticket or the original video, I put refuse to sign because the deputy told me that if I didn't sign it, nothing will happen. So if you get away with not signing the ticket, they cannot use the ticket to bring you into court. That's the last thing I wanted to make you guys aware of. And always fight your tickets. Always request a jury trial. You have a chance to win in the case by the cop not going to court, the cop quitting the police department or sheriff department, um, your case being, delay or, can fall into the cracks and nobody will call you. After 2 years, it cannot bring you into court. And also, they have about 6 to 8 months to give you a trial. If they don't give you a trial, they're violating your Sixth Amendment, which is the right of a speedy trial. You can, even if you lose, you can make an appeal and appeal based on that they violated your right to a speedy trial. So be safe out there. Please subscribe, and I'm gonna leave my I'm gonna put an email on the section below, so you guys can contact me if you have any questions, um, suggestions. You can leave your comments. I'll be happy to assist you in any way. But this is to show you guys that yes, you can win. You don't have to pay them. They don't have to. You don't have to give them your hard-earned money. So be safe, guys.